Alright, hello everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of DoGsCast. We are on episode 53. As always, we're going to be taking a few moments to send out our links, let everyone know that we are live, and get the word out there. We do have a couple of announcements real quick that we'll give to you in probably about 5 minutes, and then we'll get going with our session at about 10 minutes. So, we're going to give some time for people to come in.
In the
do some
meantime, I
retweeting.
will be reading the newsletter I wrote for my work.
Oh, yeah?
You might dox yourself.
Yeah, you probably would, actually.
No. I didn't put any
Information.
How do you know?
because I wrote it.
How do
Did I
you
wrote it?
know?
I mean, there's my name and my mom's name.
Holy shit, you're gonna dox your mom like that?
Dox your own mama.
Holy
mama.
fuck.
Holy
Right.
fuck, Mathandi on screen.
Mathandi time!
Good dog.
Can you play the music, Cher?
I am playing.
I can't.
Mathandi rocking that Unisana strip.
On that dead channel kind of vibe. There's the music. Alright.
That dead channel that won an award.
Yeah! They freaking won the Streamy against NASA! Against
Yeah, they
NASA!
fucking deserve it.
They do! Honestly, as much as I love them, I wasn't expecting them to win because they were up against Lil Nas and NASA.
The fuck does NASA do? They do space. I like space, actually.
Space! Send people to space!
That doesn't mean they're fucking funny.
They just, send people to space and they lost to a channel that doesn't exist anymore. You
The
know
channel
what?
that deleted itself live on the stream.
Ugh, love to see it.
There
Anyway.
isn't- I think it's even better because there isn't even there's no legitimate archive.
Oh yeah, no. There's just compilations and art and stuff, and that's kind of it. There are people that do the re-uploads, but I don't count them.
I'm sure there's some person out there who has every episode downloaded and
Oh,
is
yeah.
waiting. They're probably waiting a couple of years before they post it. That's what I
Fucking
do at least.
put them up on eBay.
I've got them all memorized.
Sells them as an NFT.
No! No!
That is-
That's a great way to get yourself sued out of existence.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, named. Hello, Nick. How are you guys? How's everyone doing? How are my little friends on the twitch.tv?
We've already seen that Unisanis is not scared of legal action.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think immediately after there was a stream where Markiplier was like, yeah, I'm taking legal action.
Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, good for them. We do have some things we gotta talk about, but I do want to give people some time to come in and say hello. Or
Talk
Are
about
we-
Cookie Run.
what are we talking about?
I don't know. I was fucking. It's the
Irem?
first thing Cookie Run. I like Cookie
Run.
I thought you said you wanted to talk about Irem. I'm like, that's not for another 3 years. I think.
Yeah. Today's been rough. I've been looking forward to DoGsCast tonight. Well, you're safe with us. We're happy to have you here, and we hope that you enjoyed tonight's episode. We're happy to have you here. And we hope that your day gets a little bit better.
Congratulations on your special mail that you received
Yes,
today.
congrats. Congrats.
Congrats.
Good shit.
Stupid little woo-woo boy on my screen.
Woo woo boy.
Is the real ass man back on the boat? Is that why you're saying that?
What?
Dean Winchester.
Where'd he go? You deleted him.
I deleted him. I deleted Dean Winchester.
You sent him to Super Hell. That's the reference, right?
Yes, it is.
I know things.
Actually, it was Turbo Hell.
Turbo Hell.
You want to fucking eat my entire ass?
No.
Eat my shorts. Eat my shorts.
I don't know things. I have never watched a single episode or even a clip of Supernatural. The most I have seen is the guy getting sent to Turbo Hell.
And you know what? Deserved. I know nothing about the show either. I only absorb it through osmosis from Jer.
That wasn't even Turbo Hell. I don't even know what the fuck it was anymore.
It was Wasn't it because he went to hell because he was gay, right?
No, okay,
Like
okay,
the car went to heaven, but he went to hell because he was gay.
okay. So he, it was okay. There's a certain place that the angels and demons go in the lore. It's essentially, I don't know, like the Ogden Vi of the Cavian cycle.
Okay.
And it's not a happy place, and he went there and it was pissed off because he kept making too much noise, and then he was like, let me out, and the dimension, I don't know what the fuck it was like, yeah, I'll let you go, but when you are the happiest, that is when I will show up and I will drag you back. And so he just waited all this time until he felt super happy. He's like, Dean, I love you. By the way, this is my plan to get rid of the Vivitch outside. And he dragged the Vivitch with him into
Turbo
Hell.
By being gay.
By being gay. By admitting his happiest moment.
What the fuck?
And my mom was like, I don't think he was gay.
I think he was just a nice man.
That was a whole conversation that I had to have with my mom, because she saw people talking about Cass being gay on Facebook. I was
Of course it was Facebook.
Yeah, I was like, well, it was confirmed by the writers. Like, I didn't see it that way. I was like, he literally said that he said, I love you. Said, you are the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And then he just never showed back up. He was actually just dead.
They really did speedrun burying your gays.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't really speedrun it because it took them, 14 years?
14 years? That's how long the show ran?
Ran for 15.
Holy
yeah, but can you
shit.
really can you really say...
I mean, that's gonna be us, so...
Yeah,
I
but at least we say our characters are gay before we kill them.
Yeah. And they are gay even if they live or die, so...
They live or die, they tell their story.
They're gay even
Fuck
in
you,
death.
you all have
Yeah.
skeletons stuck in your head now.
Yeah. Alright. No more supernatural talk, my head is going to explode. Do we want to talk about what we have coming up, Chair?
Oh, sure.
Oh, don't get rid of that.
You talk about it.
Okay,
What's
Chair's
the
going...
real last man on stream?
Alright. So, we have tonight's episode, which is episode 53, but next week, instead of having a DoGsCast episode, we are going to be doing a charity stream. It's going to be a charity event for the holidays, and it's going to feature, most, if not all, of the DoGsCast cast, and possibly some other guests. We're going to be doing a Jackbox night. And the charity, I'm not sure if we've picked the charity yet, but...
The 3 charities are, Lifeline? I just had them up. Crudy Gamers, I know is one of them. There is 3 of them. I think the name. It is put on together by somebody that we know. Let me. Transgender Law Center, Lifelong, and Crudy Gamers.
Cool. So we're going to be doing a charity stream to maybe raise some funds for some cool causes for the holidays. We're going to be doing that next week during the DoGsCast slot. I believe it's the 20th, December 20th. And then we're going to be taking 2 weeks off of DoGsCast because it's the holidays. We are celebrating Christmas and the New Year. So we have the charity stream next week. We have the last 2 weeks of December off, and then DoGsCast will be returning again on January 10th, I believe the date is. As normal. Yes.
But you can catch us live on Christmas Eve doing a Cavian cycle Christmas Carol.
No!
Wait, really?
No.
Because I know you'd be pissed if we did it while you were in California.
Listen, I'm barely doing shit on Christmas Eve. I'm fucking down.
Yeah, there will be some streams here and there in between. We have the charity stream. I think Jer and I are going to be doing a stream to celebrate our 6-year anniversary. Probably on January 3rd on that Monday.
Damn, you bitch is gay. Good for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be UFO.
6 years of hell. I'm joking. But yeah, there'll be some streams in the meantime. We'll try to scatter some streams throughout the hiatus. We just are taking some time off for the holidays. Jer, please take the Star Wars droid out of your mouth, please. Please. No, please. It makes me nervous. Okay, thank you. So yeah.
Jer eats a penny.
Didn't eat the penny.
I heard you ate a penny. Is that fake
No,
news?
that was fake news.
That was fake.
It was an elaborate ploy. It's probably why I got
What? So you need copper in your
stomach bug.
diet?
6 years is a lot. Thank you. Yeah. That'll probably be our anniversary is January 4th. I may or may not do a stream for my birthday depending on what my plans are.
Hamtaro?
More Hamtaro. I'll have to see. But
What's the Hamtaro streams?
maybe I'll do a Hamtaro.
But we ran out of
stream.
Hamtaro games.
I'll
Play them again.
That's true. It's been a year.
Yeah. But yeah, there'll be some streams here and there. There's the charity stream, and DoGsCast will return as normal on January 10th. As far as DoGsCast goes, tonight is our last episode of the year, actually.
I have a fun fact that I just remembered.
Yes.
The developer that made the Hamtaro games also made the Mario and Luigi games.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're very well
Listen, I
made
know,
games.
you know.
Yeah,
That studio went under though.
it did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do like Ham Heartbreak or something. I'll see.
You could speedrun it.
Speedrun it. That's
90%.
It's a long game actually.
Why am
But
I
yeah.
doing the Okami speed?
Oh my god. Don't. I
Oh,
can't.
wait, sis!
What is this?
So tonight is our last DoGsCast episode of the year. We will be back again on January 10th. And that will be a special arc that starts then as well. But thank you for hanging out with us. And I think with that, is there any other announcements we need to do? Charity stream next week.
Excuse me.
We're taking the 27th and January 3rd off, and then coming back on the 10th. Is that?
And also apparently a DoGsCast Christmas Carol.
We'll see.
DoGsCast Christmas Carol is up in the air. If there is interest,
I gotta see what we're doing. Well, we'll
It's
talk
not
about
on Christmas Eve, but
at
if
some
we can
point.
schedule it, and there is interest, it would be funny.
Nah, Crimbo Eve. The interest is me.
But we
When are we doing another Shakespeare play on stream? Anyway. Alright, I believe that's all of our announcements. Thank you for the support during 2021. We appreciate it a lot, and we will see DoGsCast again in 2022. And with that, do we want to introduce ourselves?
My name is Jer. My pronouns are they them. I got
You
it.
got it, you got it.
I am the DM, and I'm gonna be quiet today.
Okay. My name is Jasper. I use he, him pronouns, and tonight I am playing both Callisto Polaris and Baird Stormcaller.
I'm so sorry, I forgot it was my turn. I forgot my name for a hot second.
It's okay. We all do it apparently. Spit it out.
But come on, remember your pronouns are Jer.
My pronouns are Jim, and I play Taylor and Lucio. No, my name's Lynn. My pronouns are they them. Tonight I'm playing Stacey and Genevieve.
Don't look at me like that. My name is Lucio. My pronouns are he, they, and I will be playing Torla, Sylvan, and Vanth. Vanth.
We're falling apart at halftime.
That should not be.
My
so
name is
funny.
Jer. My pronouns are Jer. And tonight I'm going to be playing Jer and Jer.
Santa.
Need magenta. Alright.
Anyway,
Magenta isn't a real color.
you're not a real color. Anyway, here we are in.
Lynn, do you need to do the recap?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck! I do recap too!
Replace every character with
Okay, so Jer went to
Water bottle.
Orpheon to see Jer and to get Jer, and then Jer was kidnapped by a giant Jerd, which is a Jer bird. and so we had to get onto Jats, which are Jer back, that are also Jernosaurs, to go and save Jer from the Jer. and so there was a fight in the sky with the Jerds and the Jats, and Jer turned into a Jat as well. And we abandoned Jer, and we killed the Jats and saved Jer, and Jer was so grateful because of Jer that Jer gave Jer the demonic, or no, the demonic, the divine weapon. The divine weapon. Or wait, what's it actually called again?
Stig.
The divine weapon Jig. And so with Jig in hand, they went back to the boat.
to the joke.
To the joke, the jeopard. And then the party had time to talk, like, about their feelings and Jerthonine. This joke is fucking stupid. Let's start the goddamn episode.
Well, you've been back in Kalesi for some reason.
Jer
Xavier's
left
in the water.
Why
As you
wouldn't
should.
they be in the water?
Alright, let's pull it in.
Cece's in the
I'm
water.
a fish.
We
Okay.
have Stig, we talked a bit, and now...
We
Oh
got
my God.
Jig!
I've been renamed for the stream.
I can't fucking believe it. That's Jer's name. How could you name Jer Jer?
Hey. We're on the boat. It's a nice, bright morning. And it looks like it's gonna be a great day. Goodbye, everybody.
It's another terrible day!
So,
I'm sorry. I need a minute.
Alright, pull it in.
I'm
Start.
sorry.
alright, so
I'm sorry, I look in chat and I see Jig, Jeremesium, and
I
Josher.
walk away for 3 seconds and all I hear is screaming through the headphone.
okay,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Alright, so Torleth for a while now has been carrying this book with him. He can't read, by the way. If y'all forgot, he doesn't know how to read nor write. So he's just been carrying around maybe a picture book. It looks really old and gross. We don't know what's in it, but it looks really gross. But he's carrying it around. But that's not the point. He goes up to his friends, Wood and Gem. And he looks not as down as usual, but just, you know, he looks like he has a lot on his mind. But he goes up to his friends, Wood and Gem, who are probably next to each other. I don't know. And he, you know, goes to talk to them.
Oh my goodness, that was loud.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
greetings, Torleth. What can I do for you today?
I had a question, actually.
But of course.
This is weird and kind of not rhetorical, but you know, answer to your own discretion. If you were a part of a play, if you were to be casted in a play, you know, like a theater production, some heroic epic be told, what kind of part would you want to play?
A fascinating inquiry, Torleth. You know, in truth, I spent a significant portion of my youth recalling the tales of heroes throughout lore and legend, even aspiring to be such as one myself. A difficult question to answer in and of its entirety. Genevieve, what do you think you would best fit under as?
Me? Oh, well, I don't I don't know how I'd do in a play, but I'm not even sure what role would fit me best. I guess the one that would be easiest for me would, as weird as this might sound, the damsel in distress. I feel like I always have people saving me and taking care of me. I'd probably make the most sense in that kind of role. As silly as it may sound.
Come on, Genevieve, you've grown so much more as that throughout the course of our adventure together.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, you may think that's what you would be best in, but what do you want as, like, a person? Maybe you're not the best at it at first, but, you know, what would you want to be? Like, a dream role. Or dream role in life, I guess.
I guess I wouldn't do very well in the role of the hero, but maybe like a mother. Someone who cares for those around them. A supporting figure. I don't need to be the center of attention. I just want to support those around me. It probably is also because I know I'm not going to be able to have kids of my own one day. I'm not exactly, fleshy. Sorry, did I get too sad?
No, quite the opposite, in fact. I found your answer to be truly endearing.
Thank you.
You're not exactly fleshy, but there's always modeling magic. That's how most of us were birthed. A good chunk. I was.
I guess I never really considered if it would work for me. Ever since I found out I wasn't a Crystron, I don't really know how I came into being. So I guess now that that thought's kind of in the air, I don't even know if modeling magic would work for me. But it's okay. I can still help people here, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to answer this question as carefully as I can, but try to follow my thought process on this one. Alright, Orleth?
Yeah.
Were you to ask me this question at the beginning of our adventures together, I would have said that the role of the typical hero in your plays would best be befitting of one such as myself. However, as our adventures have progressed, I found myself sympathizing with a different type of hero. Quite frankly, it is the tragic hero that, truthfully, I find myself sharing in their respective ideologies and individual sets of beliefs. Not only that, but, well, despite their untimely downfall being the most fascinating point of their tale, in truth, in one way or another, everyone is the hero of their own story, even if it may not seem like that from an outsider's perspective. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. Yeah.
I
And
never
he
really
kinda-
thought of it that way.
He kind of just shakes his head in thought. Sorry for the random question. I've just been doing a lot of thinking.
Would you
It's
care to share your thought process, friend?
Well, I know we're all destined to be gods. Or something like that. But what if we weren't? What if we were just kids? What if we were just, living out a normal life? If we weren't just, I don't know. I've just been thinking about that and how everything's gonna end.
it's a
What if we
wonderful
don't win?
thought.
Just what if we don't win?
Come now, we can't spend all of our time thinking like that. Surely, as is our destiny, fate will be on our side and we will fulfill our mission, yes?
Yeah.
And in truth, I do agree. There are times where I long for a return to my distant past as but a simple everyman, but huh, the gods have called on me. and I must answer their will.
It's nice to think about, though. If things were different, if we could just be kids. What kind of role we could play in that scenario. I find myself thinking about it a lot.
Mm.
I wonder. Gem, Torleth, a moment of your time, please.
Yeah.
Of course.
And probably at this point, prior to Torleth introducing this topic of conversation, would you say that Gem would be in the middle of practicing her contortionism, something along the lines of that?
Most likely. If it's just a casual day.
Yeah. Genevieve, if it isn't too much trouble, would you mind resuming your contortionism act? I just want to take notes from here.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah, I can. Here I go.
And she starts kind of twisting herself into a knot, basically.
Interesting. How exactly do you best go about
And
completing this particular maneuver?
it's all about stretching and your center of gravity. If you lose your balance for even a moment, it doesn't matter how much you can bend, you'll fall over. It's
Would-
also about shifting yourself. I don't have bones exactly, but my body still works that way. You kind of need to rotate your shoulder, if that makes sense.
As Jem has been speaking, Wood has been jotting down notes in his journal. Center of gravity. Okay. And you can see he's kind of doodling, bigger air quotes, doodling the position that Jem is currently in and just kind of scrawling down all the little things that she's saying. Right?
And one more of the biggest things, it's momentum. Here, you see, if I just kind of slowly pick my leg up, it's a lot harder to get over and behind my head. But if I do a quick kick, well, as you can see, it goes a lot easier.
Momentum. Okay. Right. Torla, not to intrude on such a sacred act, but during our adventures back to your coterie, you performed a dance as your rite of passage, correct?
At that, Torleth kind of like winces. Yeah, I did.
I don't wish to cause any discomfort, but there was a segment of that dance that fascinated me. One of the more elaborate displays. If you could you just go through the steps for that particular section with me? I just want to jot down as much as I can.
Of course. And at that point, Torleth kind of, steps back a little bit and does a lot of like his like elaborate like his fusion of ballet and contemporary, which is, pure ways and other stuff that, involves his knees, just a lot of twirling, and even his little fingertips start lighting up. Just, and he's like, is that what you wanted?
Yes. You wouldn't mind doing that just one more time? In the midst of that last pirouette, how do you maintain that sense of balance?
It's all in the core. You make sure it's mostly you just, training yourself to be steadfast and, like just keep all of it in your abdomen and your chest. And everything goes off from there.
Okay. Stalwart, abdomen and chest. Alright. Feel like I'm starting to make progress with this.
What you working on?
Well, amongst the children of the shepherd, there's a wide variety of individual fighting styles, backgrounds, and general approaches, whether that be to our respective and individual interests or our approaches to combat. And with so many different individuals on board, I thought it best to take little bits of everything that I could possibly learn and apply them to a combat style all my own.
So you want to see everyone's unique talent? Maybe.
There...
What?
Hmm?
I'm sorry, I was just thinking. A way to show off everyone's talent. That would be like a talent show, right?
A talent show? Yes, I suppose so.
Maybe it's a silly idea. I don't even know how someone would set something like that up. Well, I mean, I kind of do. I was a part of a circus. I I didn't really, but also like I did, but it's a silly idea. I'm sorry I brought it up.
No, it's not very silly. Actually, back when I used to live in the coteries, we'd pretty much have one every day. Just showing off, like, the thing we, worked on that day, or, just our general, concession to our past professionalism. So, like, I mean, I'm, used to, like, helping set that up. It's just, make sure everyone has a chance to participate.
So you're to tell me that we should host a talent show, a contest of champions, amongst the children of the shepherd to better showcase and further utilize our unique sets of skills and talents. That's my understanding of all this, correct?
Yeah, so you can, like, take notes and make whatever you wanted to make.
Well,
Also, I have a thing to say. You have a wonderful way of saying things very Verbose, but in a good way.
Oh, thank you. It's been quite some time since I've further indulged into my theatrical lexicon, but a return to normality is familiar and welcoming. But there is one other reason why I'd like to request your aid in this particular procedure, being that you are the resident performing mm, participants of the Shepherd's Children.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I when Wood kind of fiddles with Paramecium for a moment, and he tries to figure out the best way to say this. Theolonsta, I know I haven't talked about Zem in a while, but I wanted to create something to honor their memory in my own unique way. And I thought, what better way to do that than creating a, for lack of a better term, ritual of remembrance.
That's a really good idea.
That's beautiful, Wood.
I just wanted to pay tribute to my fallen friend, I guess. So I wanted to study your respective performing styles and emulate different aspects of your approaches.
Of course. We can start to set stuff up for the talent show, but anytime you wanna, learn more about what I do, especially if it's for something as important as this, you just have to ask me, okay?
But of course, Genevieve. Thank you. You as well, Toraleth.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'd just like to take a few more notes. If you wouldn't mind assuming your respective positions?
Of course.
Yeah.
And Wood returns to a kneeling position. You know, your typical, bowing stance, and just begins to observe Genevieve and Toraleth and just jots down everything as he goes along.
I have a seemingly random question.
Yeah.
Is tennis? This is more for Jer. Is tennis a thing in this world?
No, we had some. We just created a sport.
We just made baseball.
Oh yeah, we just made baseball.
I was curious to know if there is a tennis or tennis equivalent, because I remember I watched a contortionist once fit their body through a tennis racket, like with the net taken out.
I mean, there's fishing nets.
There's a big difference between a fishing net and a tennis racket.
Not if you try hard enough.
You take the net out of the tennis racket,
You can take the net out of a fishing net.
but it doesn't have
Like
a hoop to go through.
Yes, it does. Like one of the hand fishing nets.
Like a
Oh.
butterfly.
Yeah, like a butterfly net.
Yeah,
There would
then I guess-
definitely be a hand fishing net. Anneli would use them all the time.
Well,
And
I didn't.
they easily pop out. I used to have one as.
Well, then I guess Jem will fit her body through that. That's a neat trick she can do. A little harder with the extra horns now.
But I feel like that's where we'll cap off that scene for the time being.
All right. A little ways away from that, Baird is sitting by himself. He is sitting off the, with his feet off the edge of the boat so that his shoes are kind of dangling off the side through the railing. He's sitting on the upper deck of the boat, and he has a book in his lap. And he's just kind of reading. As he's reading, anyone that walks by him can see that he's squinting a lot, kind of gripping the covers of the book very tightly. It looks like he's struggling a bit with whatever the contents are inside the book.
Praxis is gonna, as she's walking by, lean over and do like a vault over and around Baird, grab the book, and just start looking at it. So, what are you reading?
It's a history book. Ancient history. I'm still trying to figure out, where my weapon is.
Reading about Crayon? I think if it were there, we'd know about it.
No, I don't think it's there. And he kind of reaches up and, grabs the book again. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, of course. Always.
You know, I've been trying to read more lately. But, it's really hard. Do you know what this word is? Do you know what that word is? I just can't. My brain mixes up the letters. I just don't.
It says legacy.
Legacy.
Talk about it all the time. About time you learn what it looks like.
Thank you. I wish there was some, like, you know, continuity. I feel like I read all these books and the words go in and out of my ears and it doesn't make sense sometimes.
Yeah, it can be tough to remember everything in the books. I used to have to read all the books, know everything about taking over the family someday. But, Elena was always better than me at that.
You said there was a part in there about Crayon, too?
Oh, yeah, a whole passage about Crayon.
I hadn't gotten to that part yet.
Yeah, mostly mentions, how Crayon was founded by Lux and Stars of the Skies. They both set up different civilizations across from each other.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Stars of the Sky, I've seen that name in a couple of the books, but I didn't actually piece it together who they were.
First Crayon.
Really?
Yeah. Long lineage. Technically come from that. Although we changed our names down the line. Back with Soaring Wind.
Wait.
That's why I'm of the Soaring Wind.
So, you're telling me that, well, Lux is my lineage. They knew each other?
Oh yeah. They built the entire Ascension Maze together. They built the fighting grounds of sorts. I don't think it ever got a name. Look, they came up with Ascension Maze and that was the best they had. Not too many words then.
I always heard about the Soaring Winds being, you know, saying hi to each other from across the ocean to the Stormcallers in the lightning fields, but I didn't know it went that far back.
Yeah, they had plenty of competitions. I got to see one when I was younger.
You did?
Yeah, before the...
Or
know,
yeah.
the lightning fields.
Yeah. But, Stars of the Sky and Lux. You know, we come from pretty important lines, I think. You know, the Soaring Winds. They're good people.
Yeah. We've also been neighbors our entire lives. You ever think about that?
I guess I haven't. Soaring Winds are good people.
So were the Storm.
They were. And Baird takes the book again. And he reads a couple of paragraphs for a second. And you see something kind of change in his face. He reads something. And it just starts to... the gears start turning a little bit in his head. And he quickly shuts the book. And he gets up and holds it. I'm not good at reading, but, if I ever need help, would it be okay if I, if I asked you?
Yeah, of course. It is a skill that I have somehow. I thought that falling off of the tower and bumping my head enough times would get rid of my skill to read. It never did. Reading plagues me.
Well, it's been plaguing me for the past month, but, I think I'm almost done. I can feel it. My weapon, I mean.
We'll find it.
And Baird, almost, like, out of nowhere, absolutely tackle hugs Praxis. Like, absolutely just flings his arms around her really, really tight. He's a lot shorter than her, so it's probably, like, on her torso still, but he just still goes in for the biggest hug imaginable. And as he goes to hug her, you can tell he's starting to get somewhat emotional. And he quickly hugs, realizes what he's doing, and then quickly pulls away. Kind of shocked at himself. Oh, I'm sorry, I just... Thank you.
Praxis grabs Baird by the head and boogies him. Plus, when we get close, you can just ask Anali, and Anali will be able to find it. It helps to have a divine hunter along with us.
Yeah, she's something.
Yeah.
And he comes out of the hug. I know we don't like to talk about it, but... And he kind of makes sure he's not looking at her when he says this. Our lives changed on the same day. I feel like there's solidarity in that. I just want you to know that you always have me if I have you.
And bonks him on the head. Yeah, you do. Not that easy to get rid of.
Thank you. And he kind of hugs his book to his chest. I've got some work to do, actually. I'll see you around. And he bolts back to his room without saying anything to anyone. He's gone.
Scene.
For the next scene, I feel like at this point, Toro's kind of gone off to do his own thing, and Jem and Wood have just still been practicing together. Just due to the nature of how she can kind of hold one pose for seemingly hours. It's been really easy. She's like just completely invited Wood to take as detailed as sketches as he wants.
Yeah, no, I feel like that would probably be the case more likely than not.
Yeah, she's just holding position.
While Wood is in the middle of jotting down these notes, he kind of just takes a second to place down the journal and breathe, I guess. Just kind of a deep inhale in through the nose, deep exhale out through the mouth. All right. I feel like I have more than enough to, at the very least, get something of a start on all of this. I'm not entirely sure how much of a comfortable position that is to hold, but you're more than welcome to return to a resting position, Genevieve.
Hey, 1 second. Alright, there we go. Jem kind of twists herself. There we go. I hope I was able to help. I didn't wiggle too much, did I?
Oh, no, not at all. Your assistance is, in fact, much appreciated. The nature of your physicality is completely, in and of itself, a major cornerstone to this ritual in Talance's remembrance.
I'm glad. I'm glad I'm able to help. I never really did get to pay Zem back for saving me before, so being able to help with this, it's nice, even if it's not exactly me doing it.
I'm sure if Zay were here, Zay would thank you for this sign of friendship towards them.
Yeah.
Jem, if I may be so bold, I'd just like to tell you that, in truth, I feel that you've come quite a long way since we first reunited with one another.
You do?
But of course, and Wood kind of pats the deck of the ship next to where he's sitting and kind of ushers Jem to come to a meditating position beside him.
He does. Crisscross applesauce.
Consider this. At the start of our adventure, you inquired to me about becoming a hero. Or,
Yeah.
at the very least, taking on more heroic qualities in and of your own nature, correct?
Yeah. I wanted to be a hero because I haven't been anything like that for so long.
Well, what have you learned?
I feel like I'm starting to learn how to be brave. To stand up for myself, even if it's little. I know Praxis and I had to leave before, but I've been finding other ways to stand up for myself. When the Godslayer appeared in Leshta, or not Leshta. Sorry, brain fart.
Takai.
Latakai, thank you, I'm sorry. When the Godslayer appeared in Latakai, I tried. But even with little things, I've learned. I kind of stand up for myself, even when Strungus teases me. But I know he probably doesn't mean harm. I've kind of learned that by now. I feel like I'm learning to stand up for people I care about.
Genevieve Amberstone is considerably admirable in nature. You've grown into a hero and done so in your own way. And for that, you have a significant amount of my respect.
I... You really mean that?
Of course. Looking at how much you've progressed since the first day that you inquired in my trust, it's almost as though I'm looking at an entirely different person. One who I'm very, very happy to call a friend.
Thank you, Wood. That really means a lot. I'm really glad you're my friend, too. I'm eternally... I know I don't say this nearly enough, but I'm eternally grateful to you, and Ganymede and Baird, and Talonsta for saving me all those months ago. I was so scared before when I was on the boat. I barely knew anyone. I was too scared to talk to anyone. I have faint memories of seeing you running around and having fun with everyone, but I would just sit in the back and read. I'm really glad that I've been able to become your friend and learn more about you. It almost makes me wish I did it sooner, you know?
Well, better late than never, I suppose.
Yeah.
And, well, you've helped me come to terms with a few things about my own definition of what it means to be a hero. And, well, from watching you, I've learned that heroes may not always be invincible, but in them they find themselves the means to once again rise to their feet and find a way to light the path for others around them.
Really poetic.
It's taken a bit for me to feel as comfortable aboard this mighty vessel as I did. God, it feels like an eternity ago. But with the help of those around me, like you, like Vanth, I've been able to redefine myself again and find new purpose where there once was none.
Amazing. But even with this new you never have to let Sem go, you know?
I know. I'll never forget them. And Wood kind of bows his head in silence for a moment, and after about a minute of silence, he returns to a risen sitting position and turns a little bit to face Jeb. Long ago, I promised to you that I would regale upon you a tale from my youth. Would you listen to my story?
Hello?
Hello?
There we go. Sorry, my mic cut out. She nods her head.
Of course.
Some time ago, in the years of my youth, when Azure, Luna, and I still traveled together as aspiring heroes to be, we strayed all but too far from home one day and found ourselves lost in the vast unknown. We wandered for what must have felt like the entire day, and in one way or another, each of us found ourselves injured by some means and having to support ourselves to find our way home. That is, until we were confronted by a beast. I'm not sure what it was in nature, but for a child, it must have been 10 times my size. But we didn't give up. Using our individual and unique sets of talents, we fought tooth and nail to protect one another. And at the end of the day, I was the one who slayed the beast and protected them from harm. If it wasn't for that, for the two of them by my side, I wasn't sure if I would ever truly make it home. But we did. And with no further injuries, that, and he shakes his head in silence. That was the first day I ever drew my blade against another and plunged its sacred steel into the heart of darkness. But it changes you, Genevieve. Just as this adventure has changed me.
Still, it's so noble of you. You've always been protecting people. I can kinda... And no offense when I say this, but I think I can see through your act. You're theatrical, really attention-grabbing, but you just want to help people. You want to keep people safe. That's really noble of you.
At this point, Wood rises back to his feet. He's had paramecium in his lap the entire time, but he sheaths it once he's standing, and reaches down a hand to Jem. But it's because of you and others around me that I've found myself grounded. Thank you, Genevieve Amberstone. Truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, I am honored to call you my ally.
She smiles and takes his hand, kind of standing up, and she smiles back.
Yeah, and once they clasp hands, Wood returns with another warm smile. And a hero in and of your own right.
And same to you. We're not gonna... Taking that first life changes you. But we're gonna change for the better.
Want to call that scene there?
Yeah, that's a good line.
Love these little dudes so much.
Love Wicked?
I love Wicked.
I've been changed for the better? That's a thing from Wicked.
Yes.
Okay.
Idiot.
Talking about people who are normally training but aren't, Cece is currently... She's still kind of taking some time to herself. Like, helping out with Vanth was definitely important, and it definitely hyped her up, but she's still kind of recovering from the Magdalene thing. Like, there was the grieving period, there was the big energy, and now she's sort of just thinking. Like, trying to think of how best to put this. Where did she go? She disappeared for me. Oh, she's under Vanth. Okay. She's probably sitting on, like, the side of the boat, probably whittling at a piece of wood. And just kind of, like, being a bit more forceful than she should.
On the opposite side of where Cece is probably sitting, Scrungus, with a hefty burlap sack full of rocks, is vigorously training. He lifts up the bag over his head and begins to swing it like a club, round and round, over and over again, until inevitably he slams it down in front of him. And I'd probably say that, like, there's a few planks that have loosened a bit. He's been at this for a while.
I feel
But-
like
Hmm?
I just was gonna say, I feel like when the slam happens, it sort of rocks the boat, and Cece being directly across from Scrungus falls backward, like, flat onto her back. Like,
When Scrungus hears Cece kind of, tilt back and find herself flat on her back against the deck of the ship, he bounces on over, big, hefty stomps, until he's standing directly over her, looming like a shadow.
Scrungus, my good friend. Was that you slamming on the boat?
He nods, just kind of stares.
Certainly know how to wake someone up. And she'll kind of, pick herself off the ground, dust herself off. Well, not staying down for too long. That is a terrible place to take a nap. Training as always?
He nods.
I see you've got the sack of rocks. Where did you even get those?
He looks back over to the big sack of rocks. Just kind of stares for a moment, then turns back to Cece.
Madam, for a while.
If you were any other person, I would question carrying a big bag of rocks around with you. But honestly, that just makes sense. Although I guess Onyx does that as well, now that I think about it.
He walks to the other side of the boat, grabs the sack, and then walks back over to Cece and kind of just stances up beside her.
Oh, we're stanced. Are we doing something? Are we sparring? Are we fighting? Is this happening? Is this happening? And she kind of like bounces up and down a little bit, like a Street Fighter character.
Rungus picks up the big burlap sack, which he's probably dropped at his feet at this point, and just holds it up in front of Cece like it's a punching bag.
Hit it.
This is gonna hurt.
Good.
Okay, fuck yeah! and she reels her hand back, and she punches it full force, probably cracking a bone.
I was going to say that in the process of doing so, there's a sound of like a stone splitting in there.
Ow! But fuck yeah! But also fuck! Ow! Fuck! Yeah! I think I broke one.
Go again.
I'm gonna use my other hand. Whoop. Ow! Fuck!
Another fairly sizable, and probably a little louder this time, stone snapping.
Pretty good.
Wait, I think I got another one in me. The other hand is starting to hurt less. Okay, one more.
He kind of reshuffles around the bag for a second.
Okay, I got this. The crack to the stone is about as loud as the crack to her hand. And she's kind of just like waving her hands a little frantically now, just like, fucking Lordy Doodles! I did it though! I did it! I told you I could do it! I'm strong, and I'm a big tough girl, and this isn't gonna bother me.
At this point, Scrungus drops the burlap sack to his feet and takes a mighty step closer to Cece.
Got one more in ya.
She looks at Scrungus. She looks at her hands. She looks at Scrungus. A big smile's on her face. Although there is like a singular tear in her eye from the pain. Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah, let's do this right now. Let's go. And this is the one that like she really winds herself up for this one. Like real excited. Like she takes a step or two back. And just step forward, 1, 2, boom. Right in the abs. Because she doesn't.
Scrungus, realistically speaking, probably moves a bit with this punch. He definitely tanks it, but he slides back a little bit. Cece's definitely gotten a hit off on him.
Okay, you hit me now. You hit me. Here, I'll even. We'll go no armor to no armor, and she's like unstrapping like the armor plating on her body. Like, she's very excited.
You know in Super Smash Brothers when Donkey Kong charges up his giant punch? It's a lot like that. Scrungus stomps his feet and steadies himself into almost a grappler stance. Takes one hefty foot that shakes the boat a bit as he stomps down and begins winding back. And every time he winds back, it gets a little faster. And after, I'm gonna say, maybe the third or so loop, he slugs Cece in the, probably directly in the abs.
She's definitely pushed back. Like, she skids, like the anime skid, and she almost falls down, but after a hot second, she catches herself. Woo! Oh, yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah! That was good! Holy shit! How do you move like that? You want a spa? Cause I'm liking the energy that we're building as she like runs back up to him. Definitely just kind of like fancy feeting through the pain. That was, whew. You have never stopped packing that much of a punch, but you're beefy. Boulder shoulders.
Oh, Balder for everything.
Scrungus kind of gestures Cece to a bit of a more spacious area of the boat.
We spar, but we talk too.
Oh, I'm very good at that. I do not shut up, ever.
Once they're in a bit more of a clear area, away from either other people or things that they could feasibly break, Scrungus ushers Cece to come over and start attacking him.
Are we doing this barefisted?
Scrungus slams his fist together, barefisted.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. And she's just gonna walk up, or like run up rather, and just start like punching and kicking and dodging and weaving, just like, so, big guy, what you wanna talk about?
You get stronger. Me see it. Only you fight Scrungus. Me think you closest, strongest to me.
That's a big compliment, buddy. Fucking means a lot. I haven't stopped wanting to fight with you ever since back in Valdor. I've always been impressed by how much of a punch you pack.
Who teach you?
I taught myself. Andrew helped a little bit, but it was me and my dad's at first.
You
But
dads.
Yeah, back when I was little. Holding a sword as early as they could let me. But I've grown only stronger. I haven't needed them for over 10 years.
Andrew fight good. Teach Scrungus most everything he know. But Balder teach Scrungus everything.
Boulder must be a pretty strong dude. I'll have to spy him next.
Good luck. Baldur's strongest warrior. Teach Scrungus how to fight when he's small.
That's really sweet, actually. Not gonna stop me from trying, though. If that's the one thing I can do, I don't give up.
At this point, Grungus ushers for CC to come in for a grapple on him.
He goes for it.
Oh. There's someone in your life. They important to you. They mean everything.
I do.
You... Who?
A few people. Mathandi, mostly. He basically adopted me. Ryland, too. Even Callisto has really grown a lot to me, but as of late, it's Magdalene. She's gone, but and her grip weakens only slightly when she says this. I only know her for a bit, but she meant a lot.
Delin. She know Baldur too. But...
And at this point, Scrungus is tightened grip around CC. Let's go. And he comes face to face with her. As much a face to face as the height difference allows.
Me sure she proud of you.
Cece actually, at that moment, her stance changes. And she softens up. And you can kind of tell she's getting a little pink in the cheeks. Thanks, that actually means a lot. Seeing how strong you are, there's no doubt in my mind that Baldur is extremely proud of you, too.
Grungus kind of ushers CC over to probably somewhere where the two of them can rest and recuperate for a brief moment.
She follows and just kind of slumps to the ground, hugs one of her knees a little bit. It's
Magdalene, she mean lot to you.
Yeah.
She trust you with weapon.
She trusted me with a lot, honestly. You remember when we met? I was using the fake name. Camus Moonsides.
Me remember.
I got that from her. I had never met her, but I'd heard stories. She was always the kind of hero I wanted to be. And then I met her, and it made me feel like I could be. Until she... you know. She trusted me to do that. Take her life. But every time we hit each other, even though we were hitting basically to kill, but there was such a warmth, a welcoming presence. It was, in a weird way, it felt like home.
Grungus not know much, but he think if she trust you enough, you can do it. When Balder first finds Scrungus, he's small, fierce, but no fight good. Balder, stronger than Scrungus. No one meets someone stronger than him. But Balder want to train Scrungus, want to make him stronger, more better warrior. Me not believe it at first, but me was wrong. Balder mean everything to Scrungus. Me want to be just like him.
Think you can. No doubt in my
Krungus
mind.
kind of gazes off a ways away. He's probably looking at wherever direction they came from towards Valdor. You realistically speaking can't hear it, but something along the lines of,
Me miss him. But me go back one day. And me find him.
You know, the moment that happens, I'm going to be there with you. You won't have to fight alone. I was there that day too, you know. I'm not going to let him fall, and I'm not going to let you fall without me. We'll do this together.
Okay. You strong, Cece. Scrungus like that.
and at this point, he's not really sure what to do, so he just punches Cece in the face.
Ready for round 2.
She fucking spits out blood and maybe like a chipped tooth and fucking springs into the air like a cat that you just like spooked. Okay, you're gonna fucking chip me tooth? Fuck yeah, round 2. Get your ass up right now. Let's do it.
Let's see if you live up to Moonside's name, tiny baby.
Oh, I'm the tiny baby? Well, at least I'm not a green... You're spinach, little green spinach baby boy. I think that's...
Rungus lets out a hearty belly laugh in response to this.
Friend.
Friend.
And like a freight train, Scrungus comes in to clothesline Cece, but like affectionately.
Yeah. They beat the shitty out of each other / positive.
Yeah, exactly.
Here,
You
stall
want to cap
for...
that scene there?
Yeah, I want to cap that scene there. Stall for a hot second. I'm just gonna get a drink real quick.
Yeah, no, of course.
It's on the other side of the room. I just gotta grab it.
Pee poo poo man.
Oh my god! Okay. Just to stall for time. Vanth is just going around, just looking at everyone.
Vanth and Raz become things.
Like, he's just like slowly looking at everyone, just like radar, like, who am I going to annoy today? It goes up to Raz.
Oh no, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Just to play a little out a little bit. They kind of just look at each other.
What do
become
you
thing.
do?
I become a thing. I become birds.
I become plants. I don't think
Whoa.
we've properly met.
I'm Vanth.
I'm Rasmesis Caldwell.
Whoa. You're like cool. Plant man.
And Raz turns an arm into a branch.
A resting place of Vervan. And turns into a little bird and just pecks at his arm.
I have no feeling in my arm. This is acceptable.
Yeah. And at that point, a few moments later, Van gets out of his little form and goes up to Jem.
Jem has probably finished just everything with wood. They kind of had ended their conversation, and now she's just sort of like, she's taken a page out of Wood's book, and she's meditating. She's sort of just balanced on one foot. Kind of has her arms like down and off to the side, eyes closed, just sort of in her own little world for a minute.
Vanth will probably bend at the waist to like her eye level. Just stare for a moment. Just kind of squints.
Jem opens her eyes in the way that you can kind of just sense when someone is in front of you. And like she squeaks and like hops back.
Hi, Van. Goodness gracious me, you startled me.
Sorry, little dude. Hey. I had a question, actually.
Okay.
Again, sorry for being a cryptic Vanth moment, but, like, you've been here for, like, ever, right?
Technically, I was found 10 years ago like everyone else, but I spent 5 years away from the boat. But I've been back recently.
So you, like, know everyone pretty well?
I feel like I know everyone's... I know everyone decently well.
So, like, being as, like, I'm, like, new here and everything, been only for like, maybe 2 days, probably longer. My sense of time isn't really that great. But...
Isn't it weird? Sometimes, like, just a couple of days feels like weeks.
Yeah. And sometimes years feel like 10 years. But, like, that doesn't matter. I want to ask, like, what's it like being here? Like, what's it like living on the boat? Just, like, your experience, your review, your 5-star review, or maybe even 2-star. I don't know how you like the boat. And just, like, living with everyone.
I would say 3.5 stars, I guess. But that's besides the point. It's a little complicated, in all honesty. Do you want to sit and talk for a while? I kind of ramble.
Yeah, of course. I don't have the biggest brain, and I don't. My thoughts go off on the rails, so I can deal with it.
Yeah. Here,
She probably like goes over to where they keep like some of the crates of food and stuff, and she sits on it, as admittedly for how heavy she is, like a sturdy crate is probably more stable than a chair. She kind of sits on the crate.
You can take a seat anywhere. I know you like to bird up sometimes.
Nah, not right now. I'm all bird out.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Oh, no.
Oh, why can't I hear anything?
Michelle?
That's not a big deal.
Show. Am I heard? Am I here?
happened to
Am
my
I
headphones?
breathing?
What happened?
What happened?
Am I here? Am I breathing?
Fixed it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I think I tuned into the void for a hot second. That was scary.
Well, I do that a lot.
Wow. But anyway, yeah, have a seat anywhere.
Vanth will probably sit down next to the crate.
So, I mentioned that I was away from the boat for a couple of years, but I never mentioned how I got to the boat in the first place.
Yeah. That's really what I'm most, like, I guess, questioning about, because what you guys were, like, was, like, 10? Like, were you guys, like, orphans or something?
Some of us. Me, not so much. It's less that I was an orphan and more my family didn't want me. They never really knew what to do with me. I'm from Leshta. It's a beautiful city near here, made entirely of crystal, just like me, but I came from a noble house. I was supposed to eventually learn to take over and help rule out as part of the council, but I was too weak-willed. Too soft, ironically enough. And so, when I turned 10, my family sold me to Mafandi. Amazingly, so had Ganymede's parents. They kept Callisto, though. I know that's not the story for everyone, but that's mine.
That's pretty interesting, I guess. Like, I try asking other people. Like, I try to ask Torleth, and he just gave me a really, like, almost kind of angry look. And I was like, okay, bro, I'll see you later then. And I tried asking a few other people. And I either got, like, just like, well, Mathani found me. That's kind of it. I'm like, okay. Have a good day. And, like, so it's like, you know, fascinating that, like, all of you guys, you know each other and all, like, kind of family-like.
Took a while. I used to avoid everybody. I was so scared of them. And then I was gone for 5 years. I was kidnapped, actually. Taken away and sold to a circus.
For 5 years? They
5
couldn't, like,
years.
find you?
Nope. I don't know how. It wasn't until we came to... the circus came back to Ickerfall. The moment I heard that, I actually tried running away. It's funny, you know, you always hear about people running to the circus. Running away from the circus isn't normal. But I got caught again. And so did the people coming to rescue me. Wood, Baird, Taylonsta, and Ganymede. They saved me. And I came back to the boat, and everything was so different. All of these people, I barely knew them before, and it's like I've opened my eyes for the first time. And I've actually gotten really close with them. I think you can do that too, Vanth. I was basically a stranger when I came to the boat again. Even if I used to know everyone. It was a new experience. And honestly, you have one of the most magnetic personalities I've met. I'd be surprised if anyone didn't want to be your friend.
Really? I mean, like, I know I can. Like, Atlas has told me in the past, like, oh, sometimes you can be very, birdie, just like making my place wherever I want, just being a little over rambunctious, but I won't pay any mind to that. But you know what? That's okay. That's part of my, my code or something. I don't know what code is.
I'm honestly a little envious. The way you can just kind of assert yourself and draw a crowd, but good way.
I mean, that's really all I got. I don't really have like like my memory. I don't remember my childhood, nor he just kind of like looks off to the side. But like, I got you guys now. I got Mathandi, I got Ryland, I got Atlas, who I like to see again sometime. I'd like to, you know, Xavier's a good friend, and Wood is a really good friend, and
Hey.
everyone.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was able to find a family here. I was able to find friends and maybe even something more. If I can do it, someone who's scared and honestly not even deserving to be around people like this, I know you can do it. You're gonna be loved here. I just know it.
Sure can try. Thanks, Gem. It means a lot. And thank you for answering my question, because not really anyone else has. But, like, it's, just getting used to the boat life, maybe I lived on a boat before. I don't know. I could have. But, like, it's good to know that, like, people want me here.
I do. And if it makes you feel better, I don't care about all that becoming a god stuff. I'm just glad that you're here as a person.
Yeah, like, I was kind of, like, super mega surprised when they told me I'm getting a weapon, and he holds up Stig. Like, what's a weapon anyway? Like a god weapon. Like, what does that mean? What does it mean to be a god? Like, I can't wrap my little bird brain around it. And I honestly don't even care if I do it. Maybe I will know at some point. Maybe I won't. Oh well. Fuck it. It's life, bro.
Gem holds out Triactum. Or I guess rather summons it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think I know what it means to be a god either. Good thing we have all people who do seem to know what they're talking about, huh?
Yeah. Like Cece, she definitely knows, bro. And she's my sister, so I'm gonna have to believe her, and so does Mathandi. That's another thing. How's Mathandi like with you?
Oh, I don't really talk to him ever.
You don't? He's like everyone's dad, right?
Gem kind of looks away a little bit.
I guess you could say that. He's mysterious, I guess. And I don't understand him. Sorry, I'm killing the mood and making things awkward. I'm really good at that. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. It's just like, I don't know. It's interesting to know that, like, yeah, I kind of got that mysterious vibe from him. And, like, I get it. He is, like, 7 feet tall. He's kind of tall. I'm almost as tall as him, but, like, he's tall. But I get it. He's a big boy. So I get
He's a
how he
little
can be a little
scary of
scary.
him.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah. He's really
But I'm sure he's
scary.
not doing that on purpose. Like, he just seems like kind of awkward. Like he's, you know, doing what he does. You know.
Yeah. I just wish I knew what that was sometimes. But I have made a family here. And my family is why I'm still here. So I guess we all find our own reasons, you know?
Yeah.
Really a good spot for the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you had more you wanted to say?
Nah.
Okay.
DC and Scrungus have probably finished up their sparring at this point, I assume.
Actually, I was gonna put something in the chat real quick.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Me. Buy our merch. No.
Don't buy our merch.
Well, like you can.
I love you all. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, I can do that. Sorry,
Um,
I just, you know.
Yeah.
No.
We can run a little long, but I had an idea for it.
Okay.
At some point, you know, after they've finished sparring, Ryland would go over to Cece, seeing that she's been a bit beat up in the sparring.
Play Genji sound clip, I need healing.
And Ryland comes over with, like, pulling a handkerchief out and starts, like, cleaning up some of the blood from her. No, you've been trying really hard lately.
I mean, that's all I can do. You don't have to clean me up. I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah, you guys will always be kids for me. Hey, I've been seeing what you've been doing with Jay and helping them out. It's been good to see them come out of their shell and not be so angry with everybody.
Yeah, I don't know if nice is the right word. They're nice to talk to. It's a lot more behind those dragony exterior, you know? I really get along with them.
I'm glad. You're gonna need somebody to help direct them as things progress.
Of course, that's what I'm here to do, is help people.
You make a really great leader, I hope you know that.
Oh, thanks. I haven't really been doing much of that recently, though.
You've been bringing everybody together. I mean, not just Day, but you've helped welcome Vanth. You got Scrungus talking today.
I guess it's just. It's weird. Maybe if I never left, I would probably be agreeing with you right now, but. I'll be honest. We haven't talked in a while, and. That's just the thing. We haven't talked in a while. I haven't talked with anyone. A lot of these people I'm talking to, for some of them, it's the first time I've ever met them. I feel like I used to be Thondi's, well, not right-hand man, that's you, but do you get what I'm trying to say here? I'm really bad at talking.
I know what you mean.
I might have a concussion.
You're living up to what you tried to do as a kid, and I just hope you know that. You've really earned your jacket lately.
Thank you. It means a lot to hear you say that. Thank you.
And as for not talking to everybody, you're a great talker. All you gotta do is walk up and talk.
Should probably be doing more of that then. I miss bed. We've barely talked, and I feel like that's kind of my fault for not starting the conversation.
Both been busy. No one's to blame there. He misses
you're
you
right.
too.
He seems to be going through a lot. Do you think there's something I could do for him? Can you think of anything at least?
Maybe you could hang out and do something. Seems to be working for others.
Yeah, I think I will. God, I'm gonna sound awful for saying this, but what is he like nowadays? Is it still the same as before, or is there something new?
He's been really driven into books lately. He's starting to feel a little left out by everybody else finding their weapons. Seems like he's desperately trying to find something. He could use somebody to help him get his mind off of it.
We need to do something stupid. And she kind of like slams her fist into her hand and then immediately shakes the hand because broken finger bones. I'm gonna find bed, and we're gonna do something stupid and fun.
It's been a while since you two were a team. I miss the little two of you running around causing trouble.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Once I can think and count correctly, because my brain's still dizzy, I'm gonna go find bed, and we're gonna do the stupidest thing I can think of.
Maybe try not to sleep for a little bit, just to make
Yep.
sure.
Yep, I will definitely stay awake. I have problems to cause. I promise not to set the boat on fire. I do not promise for anything else.
Yeah, we don't have anybody to really put out a fire, so please be careful.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to me. I've missed you. Oh, she gives him a hug.
Rylan hugs her close. I'm glad you're back. It was quiet without you.
I'm really glad to be back.
Now go do something dumb.
I'm gonna go do something stupid! And she fucking runs off to find Bear.
Yes.
CC probably blasts past Ganymede and Callisto, who Ganymede is leading Callisto off to go find Gem. Hey, Gem.
Oh, hi guys. What's up?
It was getting late and we were starting to get a little hungry. We were wondering if you wanted to come for a picnic.
Oh, a picnic? That sounds wonderful. I really eat, but it'd be nice to spend time with you guys.
I've been working on trying to make something special for you.
Really?
Yeah, we'll see if you like it.
I'm sure I will if you cooked it. Making things awkward. Let's get going.
Gonna put them. Wait, no, I know where I was gonna put them, because we have not gone anywhere besides here. I was gonna put them in the shadow of the.
All the way down there.
All the way down there, yes.
Oh,
There's green here.
probably take a nice
There's
stroll down
greenery.
there.
There's crystals. There's so many things.
I like to think it's probably like on a little hill or something.
Yeah, surrounded by a tiny forest. How's this spot look?
Looks perfect. Has a good view of the sunset too. What do you think, Callisto?
Beautiful. Nice to get away from the boat for a bit, don't you think?
Definitely.
You could use it.
It's been weirdly lively today.
Everybody seemed pretty happy.
Yeah. We actually have a talent well, Torleth, Wood, and I were gonna try to plan a talent show. I think that'll be good for everyone.
Sounds exciting.
That'll be nice, yeah.
I don't think either of us really have a talent.
Oh, I have no sense of rhythm. I couldn't do anything.
You two are extremely talented.
If you
Maybe
count
not-
looking alike.
Maybe not in performing, but I've seen the both of you fight. The lights that you create, the pure power and magnitude and everything you do, it's extremely impressive.
Yeah, maybe we can juggle the suns together.
You joke,
Perhaps.
but I think that would be amazing.
We'll see. See
You
if
know what?
there's any room for us, but
I think we could get into juggling.
juggling? Really?
Do you have a better idea?
I don't mind just sitting and watching. Really.
There used to be jugglers back at the circus. It's not too difficult.
Well, then
there was
maybe
just-
you'll juggle with me.
I don't know about that. My
Oh.
talents are different.
Come on, someone so dexterous? I'm sure you'd get the hang of it easy.
I mean, I kinda know, but maybe, solid maybe, and that's it, and nothing more.
Then I'll put it in as a yes. Even if we don't show it.
What about Callisto then? He needs to do something, so juggle with him. I don't know.
I'll sit and watch. Besides, you guys do your own thing together, and I'm just here.
No, you're more than just here. You're a part of this thing that we are. I have a word for it, but it's embarrassing to say out loud, so I'm not gonna do it.
A family?
You said the word!
And Jem like covers her face.
I mean, we all came from the same place. What things would have been like... But we're on a grand path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted you to try this, and Ganymede hands you a rock. Gem.
A rock.
What was that?
I was saying that it was to Gem.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, but I
She just like holds it.
melted down a bunch of crystals using lava. It was very dangerous. And I tried to make the old rock candy we used to eat,
Keyword is tried.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My internet just died for a
Aw,
hot second.
damn. Aw, damn.
And she held it and she was like,
This is a rock.
I tried to make rock candy. I took some lava and some crystals and a lot of sugar and melted it all down to try and make this. It's like we used to eat.
Well, I do like sugar.
and Gem will take a crunch.
I suppose I should roll to see if it's good.
You need a 20. I just put all my dice away.
Ooh, maybe a triple.
Ooh, baby.
Maybe a triple.
Crunch.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's great. Ganymede got it perfect.
Oh my god.
And she like quickly takes another bite.
Ganymede, this is amazing. I didn't know you were such a good cook.
Is it? I didn't know I was either.
Here, try it. Wait, you'll break your teeth.
Yeah. Well, we used to eat it all the time.
It melts in
You
your
like
mouth a
it?
bit.
Especially when you melt it on your own.
Oh, yeah, you guys have fire stuff. That is really cool.
Yeah, we'll be careful not to light the trees on fire.
I think I have an idea for what we could do for the show.
What are you thinking?
Okay, so you know how I can make... You were both there in Latakai. Remember that puzzle with the beams of light and the crystal spires?
Oh yeah.
Gem will kind of demonstrate and will make one of her crystal spires appear.
What if we recreate that?
I think that could be beautiful.
Absolutely, yeah.
We could also put hoops on top, and you could jump through the hoops. On fire!
Maybe not the fire, but that is
Well,
a good idea.
It's a... Yeah, that's not too safe, is it?
Try to avoid fires on the boat.
I don't think we should do it on the boat.
I'm sure we'll go to a beach.
We'll go somewhere. Beach sounds...
Gem then remembers that there is a lot of water at a beach typically.
A beach certainly sounds like an option.
So,
It'd be nice to do something all together.
on the topic of options. And Ganymede gives a big eyebrow look to Gem and to Callisto. So, Callisto, got
Yeah?
any, special
Options?
someones you're looking at?
Huh?
Ganymede holds Gem's hand at that time as well.
Gem like looks at Ganymede, looks at Callisto, looks at Ganymede again, kind of picks up on what's happening, but only sort of.
Yeah, any, options?
For me?
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you're doing perfect, sweetie.
Okay.
For me?
For
Um,
you?
I don't know. Hasn't exactly been at the forefront of my mind. I've been kind of busy. I don't know if it's in my cards, you know? I'm a loaded kind of guy, I guess.
I think it could be...
Callisto, you could say that about almost anyone here.
You really could.
Yeah. I don't know, I just don't know if I'm ready for something like that. And he's nervously playing with his hands. He's probably got Sunspot in his hands, and he's probably twirling it a little bit. I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of stuff. I've got a lot on my mind otherwise.
Oh. It can always be nice to have someone by your side to help take things off your mind.
For sure.
Yeah, I guess I've been kind of just stressed, I guess, is the word to describe it. Stressed. A lot going on. I just haven't considered myself able to do that yet.
Wow. Seen the way that Cece seems to be looking at you.
Oh.
What do you think, Jem? Think there's anything there?
Oh, there might be. I guess a spark? Got it? Fire?
Maybe a flame?
I don't know about that. I mean,
Or
since he's
a
my best
Kindle?
friend. I don't know. And Callisto is getting pretty flustered. Nervously, playing with Sunspot in his hands. Cece's my best friend. I wouldn't want to jeopardize things like that. She has her own business and I have my own.
I think at this point, I don't know much about her because she's kind of loud and intimidating, but
You always tend to not be in the same room, too.
yeah, that's really weird, isn't it? It's mostly just because she intimidates me greatly. Honestly, she's a very... How do I say this nicely? She has the vibes of somebody who is doesn't have a lot going on upstairs.
Oh, I think you're underestimating her greatly.
Jem like points at Callisto and was like looks again at me like, see?
Plus, you said yourself you have so much going on, and she seems like she has so much going on too, that maybe you have things going on that happen to line up. That was better in my head.
I mean, I have missed going out on adventures together. We didn't get to talk much when we went out for Vance weapon.
There was that part where you fell on your face and DC tried to pick you up. Was I there for that?
Yes, you were. Not my
Yes.
finest moment, actually.
But that didn't actually happen. Because the void got in the way.
What?
Lynn's mic cut out.
Oh, yeah.
Trying
Yeah, I
to do
remember.
that.
No, yeah, even still,
You mentioned not being able to go on adventures with her. Is adventures just your nice way of saying date?
I think it could be.
no, everyone else goes on them. It's not a date altogether. That's not how this works.
But you said adventures with her.
I was very
That has been-
specific.
Very
A little
Pacific.
sussy. A little sus, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. And you said you were such a loaded guy. Well, you're looking for somebody strong enough. Cece's one of the strongest out there.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm worth it.
Of course you are.
You're
Callisto.
cool. I was about to say the same thing.
Jinx.
I just don't think I could ever have something like, what you two have, or I don't know, like what, and he kind of groans almost, like what Mathandi and Ryland have, or,
Why don't you make something all your own then?
Never know if you don't try.
I guess I haven't thought of it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to dour the mood or anything. I'm just, I don't know.
To be fair, Ganymede started this.
Oh yes, I did.
I'd have to think more about it.
Well, I have a really great place you can start.
Of course you do.
Go talk to her.
I want to do this first. I want to have our picnic, and I
Oh.
want to be away from everything for a bit.
You have like 5 minutes?
Sure. Yes.
And Ganymede winks at Callisto.
Wait, you two are making faces at each other. Was this a ploy?
No!
That reminds me. I forgot my,
Soup?
my soup. I forgot the soup on the boat. I'm gonna go run back and grab it real quick. I'll be back. And he, like, scuttles away.
This is a ploy. I've been japed. I've been duped. What's going on,
Scuttle.
Ganymede?
I wanted some time for us to talk.
Oh. Oh, that's not bad at all. Sorry, you know me, I panic easily.
And that's okay. Be a rock for you. Even though you're the crystal.
I may be the crystal, but you're the sun that brightens my day and lets me see past the gloom.
I actually wanted to bring you out here to ask a question. Waiting for the suns to get just right.
Question? What kind of question?
Bit of a question, bit of a promise. We've seen for ourselves the danger that this world has in store for our destiny. I know that you don't believe in what we're doing, but I believe in you and the change that we can bring together. We talked about it on Latakai, but once this is all over, once we've built ourselves a world worth living, I want to build a small cabin with you, somewhere gentle to lie our heads, to lie our hearts, to call a home. I know this world holds no promise or guarantee, but if you're willing, I'd like to make a promise to you. Guarantee that once this is all over, we will find our own patch of tranquility. Somewhere where the sun shine only for us. A place where we can be a little selfish. That might just be a dream.
If that's what you want.
Well, is that what you want?
Yes! It's all I've ever wanted. Honestly, I don't care if it's a dream. If it's a dream, then let us sleep and never wake up. I want to live those moments with you for as long as we can. You're my son. There might be two in the sky, but you're the one I want by my side. My world is so dark without you. I lived 5 years alone in darkness. And it's like I've awoken anew, risen like a phoenix. Your warm, gentle light has rekindled my life. I owe so much to you. I feel like I'm selfish for wanting more of your time. You want to spend with me. And I mean, nothing would make me happier than to have a life with you.
Well then,
Do it.
I hope you like this. And hands over a little promise ring that she's been working on.
Beautiful. I'll never take it off.
I took a
Never.
bit of the crystal you gave me, and I put it on there too.
Do you have one?
Not yet, but I suppose I could make one. It's not too hard to melt gold, but it is a little bit harder to... Actually, no, it's not that hard to find it. We have lots of it.
Hey,
I'd have to use, like, $1.
got this.
Gem is going to go to the pillar she made before. I feel like it's kind of just been sitting there and break it. She cracks it, sort of working her fingers, creating a seam. She takes her nail and, much like how diamond can cut diamond, she etches a few words into it. Their names, specifically. Here. It's a bit of a rush job. It can do for now until I can get you something better.
Sometimes a rush job is the perfect one.
Would you mind if, while we have this moment to ourselves, I do another selfish thing?
Of course.
This is gonna feel weird, but I don't care. And she kisses her. No hesitation. Nothing cracks. Nothing breaks. This is the first time Ganymede has ever seen her this relaxed in the 10 years she has known her.
Ganymede kisses back and then hugs her and kind of giggles. By the way, Callisto didn't forget any soup.
I had a feeling. But I'm really glad he went to go get the soup.
Oh, it was a whole plan. I mean, I didn't talk to him about it, but I gave him the wink.
You're very good at that.
I'm very big on winking right now.
Be careful, you might get stuck that way. Thank you, Ganymede.
Thank you.
Even if I have to be a guide, I'll make that future with you. I promise.
I promise to you too.
Gem will lay back on the grass, gesturing for Ganymede to do the same and just hold her hand as they watch the sunset.
I feel like that's a good spot to end it on. Very sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out today.
Alright. Thank you, Captain Itpes, for the raid, by the way. We just didn't want to break scene, but thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight for this very sweet episode of DoGsCast. Like we said at the beginning, next week we are going to be doing a Jackbox charity night with the cast and possibly some other guests as well. And then we will be returning with DoGsCast on January 10th. We're going to be taking the holidays off so that we can spend some time with our families and friends. And we will be back with DoGsCast on the 10th. Look out for some streams in the meantime. Do we want to say whose arc is next?
Baird's arc will be coming out.
I'm going to scream. Anyway.
But you motherfuckers gotta wait for it.
You gotta wait for it. I've worked very hard on Baird's arc, so I hope you all will enjoy it when it starts. But that is all for 2021. This is our last DoGsCast episode of 2021. Thank you for joining us, and we are going to raid somebody.
Melody Burst, somebody who, we haven't. I think we raided once a while ago.
I'll see you sluts next year.
But there actually isn't many people we really know that well streaming. I know Hachi is raiding Melody first, so
Yeah. Alright, we're going to
head over
raid
there.
somebody. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week for charity stream and possibly some other stuff. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Good night.
have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Bye.
Whoa.
Everybody say bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bitch.